Welcome back to Breadcrumbs for Life, where simple steps bring real results. This is Frances, and I'm going to talk about something that we all need. And if we don't have this, we feel pretty bad. we pretty much cannot survive without it, and that's hope. HOPE, hope. And where hope lives in our lives is important. A lot of times we are going through tough situations, and we think of hope as something we will get after the hard part's over, when the relationships are mended, when the money comes through, when the pain is past. But that kind of hope is not what we need to focus on. We need to focus on hope in the middle of what we're dealing with. That's what actually changes us. Hope is what we need, hope in God specifically. The kind of hope that actually changes us is when we put our hope and our trust in God, because that kind of hope needs to take root before anything's going to get better. Right in the thick of it, right in the silence, right when we're not sure what's going to come next. That middle space, the waiting, the not knowing, that's where we can become stronger because we have hope in God. Not by forcing an outcome, but staying grounded. There's something sacred about learning how to trust God and to have hope when nothing is being resolved. In fact, we are to anticipate with expectation that God's going to take care of things. And with that kind of hope, we can have a lot more peace in the midst of those storms that we have in life. So here's 3 things we can look at to practice that kind of hope. We can get still and ask ourselves, where do we feel stuck? And just say it out loud. Where are we stuck? What are we dealing with? What are the things that are just on our mind consistently that we can't get them off our minds? And surrender the need of control. You're not giving up, but you're making space. You're letting your hope be in God and not in yourself. And then do the grounded thing. Light a candle, take a walk, say a short prayer, do something that reminds you that you're still growing. And God's going to get you through this. When you have hope in Him, He's going to see you through it. He promises to do that. So here's a question to hold on this week. What if hope is not the reward after the storm, but it's the anchor in the middle of it? Hope is what we need. So let yourself be steady, even when things are not clear. You don't have to rush through things just to have an outcome, but just stay rooted and wait for God and have hope in Him. Until next time, leave a breadcrumb, make a difference. This is Frances.